I, male 20, found a male sock in my girlfriend's female 22 room. When I confronted her about it, her roommate took the blame, but I don't believe them. A couple of days ago, I was at my girlfriend's place cleaning her room while she was at work, which I occasionally do whenever I come over. Upon cleaning, I found a sock that didn't belong to me between her bed and nightstand. I know it's not mine because I don't own any socks of that brand. I immediately became upset and left, but I didn't text my girl because I didn't want to jump at her, especially while she was at work, so I went home and chilled out. When she got off work and got home, we FaceTimed, and that's when I asked her, whose sock is that? She said it's probably one of my exes before I met you. And I said, we've been dating for almost 7 months. I've cleaned your room many times, and I've never noticed a sock that your ex left. I could tell that she wasn't taking me seriously until she finally said, are you trying to accuse me of cheating? And I said, no, I just want to know whose sock it is, because you know that it doesn't belong to me or you. And she hung up immediately after, and I blew up her phone. So about 15 minutes later, she called me back. This time it was her roommate on the phone. Her roommate claimed the sock belonged to a guy she was with and ended up there when my girlfriend and her roommate were talking. He came in and threw a sock at her. Apparently, this guy just never came back to search and get his sock. The guy was a one-night stand on Tinder, so she didn't have any way to contact him and confirm. So the story just had holes and felt super made up on the spot. I just said, okay. I didn't really believe that story, because if it was true, why didn't my girlfriend remember some guy throwing a sock at them? I'm not naive or gullible. I know it could be a lie, but I just overthink so much that I drive myself crazy. I don't want to act on anything that I'm not 100% sure on, but my gut is telling me otherwise. Do you guys think she's cheating? Should I investigate more or let it go? Top and relevant comments. Commenter, if she shares a washer and dryer with other people, it would be really easy to end up with a misplaced sock. OP says, this is a really good point. I didn't think of this, but if there was a case, why would they tell me a story about a guy throwing a sock at them? Comment, you are not paranoid. Her story stinks like low tide. The problem with their story is that there are a lot of amazing coincidences in it. It's like lightning striking the same place twice. It can happen, but rarely does. For instance, why would there be a one-time Tinder hookup of the roommate feeling so comfortable with your girlfriend that he threw a sock in her room? In turn, why was she so comfortable with having a stranger throw a sock at her that she didn't remember it? OP says, so with the Tinder thing, I don't know how her roommate does it, but she becomes really comfortable with randoms. And if you saw the roommate with a random guy together, you'd think they're a couple and how smooth they are. She had times where she has sex with guys and they end up staying a few nights before he actually leaves. Another commenter, I know the roommate story was ridiculous, but I gotta say though, if I'm a one-night stand and I can't find a sock, I'd be like, F it, it's just a sock. I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm just gonna go home. Okay, there's an update 6 days later, but let's talk about this for a second. Is
this story believable?
Oh, we have that. Mm-hmm. Whoop, there we go. Look at this. We rarely get to use this, but this is perfectly applicable. It's ducky time. Is that what you think? You think this is just Cassandra? Wait, Cassandra says, oh Jesus, I randomly find mystery socks in my house all the time, LOL.
Same, but we also have friends, like our teens' friends are over all the time. Yeah. So the thing that gets me though is the hanging up and then like waiting 15 minutes and then calling back with this story.
Get the game plan together.
It was like she went to a story vending machine and they were like A3 and pulled that one out of I was like, I feel like you could have come up with a better story about a random sock.
It took that long to confer with ChatGPT and to get with a roommate and be like, hey, are you on board with this? And then to be like, okay, I think we got it all nailed down. And
yeah, it feels fishy. It feels like she panicked in the moment and hung up. And because if I'm being accused of cheating and I didn't cheat, I mean, I guess I don't know how I would react, but maybe I would just hang up the phone. I'm not sure. Like, why would somebody just randomly throw a sock? Like somebody you don't know just comes into your room and just throws a sock at you and then leaves without it whenever they finally leave.
I don't. This might be a me thing, but like, why would you throw the nastiest thing you wear at me? Socks are grosser than underwear to me. Final update 6 days later. About a week ago, I posted about finding a male sock in my girlfriend's room while cleaning up, so here's the update. For this last week, we've gone back and forth about it. The story has changed so many times, but now I finally got the truth. I tried to take everyone's advice and let it go, but the whole time while this was going on, it just felt like I was being stabbed in the gut. The situation went from her saying it was a roommate's guy to her saying that I planted the sock to have an excuse to hate her and to be controlling. But 2 days ago, she told me the truth, and this is what really happened. Before she and I started dating, she told me that there were two guys that were friends who used to come over in their place and they would hook up. One guy would be there for her roommate and one would be for her. Her roommate connected with the guy who she used to hook up with, and since he was going, he invited his friend that my girlfriend used to hook up with. My girlfriend claimed that she had no idea that this guy was coming over. Anyway, she said feelings started coming up, so her and this guy went to her room and she told him that she had a boyfriend, but he didn't care. At first, she said they just talked. Then she said they kissed. Then she said he tried to perform oral on her, but she stopped him. I don't believe it. I think they had sex because why would he take off his sock? But I guess that doesn't really matter at all. I broke up with her, but I'm really broken up about it. She drunk called me last night asking if I still love her, and after I hung up, I almost cried. I know I could just work it out with her, but I have a no cheating policy. I've cheated on people. People have cheated on me, so I know what it's like to be on both sides. I've watched my dad cheat on my mom growing up, and seeing what it did to our family was bad. Another comment here, you're really better off. How many lies does it take? Red flags, especially about cheating and making up stories. You're heartbroken now, but in a few weeks you'll realize how much better off you are, and you will find someone better. OP says, I'd rather her tell me the truth the first time instead of putting me in the spin cycle. I just thought she was so different, but I guess everyone thinks their partner is. Oof. Oof.
I love his...
Does everyone not take their socks off before they perform oral? Is this...
Like, I just imagine it being like, hold on, I gotta take my socks off.
My dog's gotta breathe.
She's the worst person at coming up with excuses. Like the worst liar.
She really is. It's like she's still in a it's a one sock fee. Yes. That'll cost you one sock. I'm sorry, I have to add it to the collection. Yeah, just be lucky you didn't find the sock necklace in the closet, OP. Jesus. She's got 30 of them in there. That's the token she keeps, you know. Some guys keep panties, she keeps one sock. That's just how it goes.
I love how he said putting me through the spin cycle of lies, like, because that's really what it was. She tried gaslighting, that didn't work. She tried being pissed off that she would be accused of cheating, like that didn't work. So she brought in the roommate for backup, that didn't work. And then finally, not even a week later, she's like, fine, I did it. Oh, no. But we didn't do it.
Dragon Lady, OP is a free elf.
Oh my gosh.
OP presented you with the sock.